honor to introduce to you Ms. Kamala Lopez, the founder and executive director of the ERA Education Project, a new national media campaign to ratify the Equal Rights Amendment. Kamala Lopez.
Thank you. Thank you, and thank you, Yolanda, for inviting me to participate today. It is a privilege to be a part of this honorable commission and its work, which is more important today than ever. In 1975, Supervisor Edmund Edelman said that the formation of a Los Angeles County Commission for Women was needed because, quote, although women represent a majority of the county's population, tradition and prejudice, along with social, political, and economic restrictions, have resulted in women being denied, by virtue of their status of being women, certain basic human rights. The denial of these fundamental rights has created inequities in economic, political, legal, and social status, unquote. In the past 37 years, we've seen women become full participants in the workforce, in our institutions of higher learning, and in the fabric of our society at equal and, in some cases, higher levels than our male counterparts. And yet, as last week's fact sheet from the Institute for Women's Policy Research reports, the egregious gap between men and women's earnings still persists. There can be no doubt that this gap is a manifestation of gender discrimination. Of all the issues that profoundly affect women today, economic inequality between the sexes is perhaps the most damaging. Precious little has changed in our Constitution to address the vast social changes in the 200-plus years since the creation of the United States of America. The nonpartisan Equal Rights Amendment, which simply and explicitly states that the rights guaranteed by the Constitution are held equally by all citizens without regard to sex, is the necessary and critical next step towards providing American women with a legal foundation upon which to address the issues that are impacting them. The ERA was first adopted by the Republican Party in the 1940s as part of its platform. Later, the Democratic Party joined in its support. The ERA is a nonpartisan issue, and it is a solution whose time has definitely come. I'll give you just two examples of what not having full equality under the law can lead to, besides the gender pay gap. A recent study proved that because car manufacturers did not test seatbelt safety on women, only on men, seatbelts are actually hurting and killing women. Apparently, we're put together a little differently, which they might have known had they bothered to run any studies on women. This astounding example is only one of many similar recurring offenses. As many of you know, 40 years ago, certain heart disease medications were only tested on male rats and have since proven to be unsafe and ineffective for women. Rats? They couldn't even get us some female rats. Jeez, I guess respect is really off the table if we don't even qualify for some rats. Well, today, heart disease is the leading cause of death of American women. Had the ERA been in place, getting us those female rats wouldn't have even been a question. The automobile and pharmaceutical companies would have automatically tested their products for safety and effectiveness on both sexes, and many women's lives would have been saved. Unfortunately, though, the majority of Americans these days believe women already have equal rights under our Constitution, and they don't know about the need for the ERA and how it will improve their lives and their communities. Multiple studies have shown that improving the condition of women raises the standard of living for the community as a whole. Clearly, what is good for women is also good for Los Angeles County, and it is also good for America. I've created the ERA Education Project to raise public awareness about the need for further action to secure women's equality under the law. and I would greatly appreciate your support and help in doing so. Please visit our website. It's www.eraeducationproject.com. And thank you so much for this opportunity.